All right, so it was because of the way the content was, but thank God that you're writing that now. However, the volume of things I do per day wouldn't let me get into that. And right now, I don't have money to hire more. Every month, I currently pay over 600,000 naira in salaries, so I don't have money to hire more hands. So this is what I would like you guys to do for me. The content you write, I would like you to publish them, as opposed to sending it to my mail. That time you used to send it to my mail, just use it and publish it. Does that make sense?
Yes.
And it will save us all a lot of stress, so that if there are issues, we can look at how we can correct them. I'll be looking as you publish every day. I will be going through the contents, okay, to see if there are adjustments or things that we can do to, improve. At the end of the day, all these things is just to get search engine traffic, right? And you can imagine that from all the contents you've written, I've published like only five, or even less. Okay, so please, I would want you going forward. Don't worry about the ones you've sent to me, but going forward, I would appreciate that you publish your content. Maybe when you want to do your research, you can list out the subheadings that you want to write on, and you write and simply copy it and paste it in the making post area, and of course go ahead to publish. So I want to tonight, you will send me your your email address and whatever you want to use as password. I'll create an account for you. That is to enable you make publications. All right. Then I want to show you how I publish my posts. The way you write your content now, since I complained about the issue of rewriting, I've not checked Samson's content. I've only checked Linda's own. And so far, I think I published about 3 of your content, Linda. Well, it is good. Most of them are very good, but there are some that I don't know whether you deliberately or inadvertently refuse to include very important headings that you should put, and have like 350 searches per month. Like the one I published yesterday, I was going through it. I saw up to about 5 headings that I personally would put. If I am to write that content, I would have to put that. I think it's under one Edmond. Okay, Edmond Community College. So there's this Edmond, I think it was Edmond Medical School or something, and some other subheadings that have good search volume, but were also omitted. Now, I want you guys to understand something. This work we do is preparing you too for your own blogs. Okay? And I know one day your blog is going to go to a point where you get to, employ people. I'll have to meet you, Linda. So one day, your blog will get to a point where you have to even employ people, and it will grow. So some of these lessons are not just to benefit me, they are also going to strengthen you, so that you can know what is the standard and, how it can bring you traffic too. Because, of course, whatever I tell you to do is something that is acceptable to me and something I feel is good with the level of knowledge I have already. So you can as well apply the same principles to your own website. Now, talking about subheadings, I want you guys to understand that the essence of using those subheadings is to ensure that we rank for multiple keywords using one article. Now, sometimes if you go to Ahrefs now and type scholarships, for instance, If you type scholarships, for instance, you will see a lot of websites. If you go down, you will see lots and lots of websites that are ranking for scholarships. If you click on any of them, you will see that one person may be using one content to rank for 50 keywords. How is that possible? Because the person is able to incorporate many things about that particular thing, many things that people are searching for, not things that you feel are okay, but things that are already out there that people are searching for it. And your decision is data driven. You can see that this is what is going on and this is the data. So I want to encourage you guys, please, even as you write, if there are subheadings that you feel that you see and you know that these things are relevant to what you're writing, please just include it. It may be the only thing that will rank in that thing you're writing. So that thing you omitted now may just turn out to be the only thing that will rank in that article. So it's very, very, very important. Now, that said, I'm going to look at what Samson has done so far from the day of writing, okay, and see how to appraise his content. But using Linda's work, it's fine, it's okay. The only thing is to see how to add more subheadings. So I want to show you quickly how I make posts, and I'll be using one post. I'm sharing my screen with you now. I'm going to make posts now, so you can see. Okay. All right, so this is the website I want to publish on. So I will access the admin area. And to access the admin area, of course, most of you already know, WP-admin. So I will log in. So you go to post, add new post, post, then add new post. All right. Now, this is the content I want to use. Shoreline Community College. Remember that when you're writing, those things I gave to you are, of course, the focus keyword. So it means that the title of this thing now, the way it is sent to me, this was written by Linda. The title of this content now is actually the focus keyword that I'm going to use later on. Isn't that right? That's right. Okay. So I am going to run a search on, for me, I'm trying to get title. Title. Okay. The first thing to do is to put title. And it will not make sense to put only Shoreline Community College as the title. It will not make sense. I don't know if you can hear me, Linda. So it will not make sense. Now, if I am to publish this article now, because I'm not the one that wrote it, I'll be doing keyword research on Ahrefs to know whether the person who wrote the article actually did what the person was supposed to do. So I will check all your subheadings and know whether it tallies with what Ahrefs is giving to me. That is how I know whether what you're doing is quality or not. But since you are not receiving article from somebody else, you're the one writing it, you already know that you did that part. So I'm not going to log into Ahrefs now. Ordinarily, if I want to publish a content, I will log in and check all the subheadings you gave to me and know whether it is what people are actually searching for that you wrote on. But since you have done that and you are the one that will be doing it yourself, you're not going to be receiving content from anybody. So since you'll be doing it yourself, there's no point in going to run a check of what you've done on Ahrefs. I don't know if you understand. I'm just telling you that I will not log into Ahrefs now because I'm assuming that you are the one that is about to publish this content. Okay? So I'm putting myself in your shoes. All right? So I have done my research, keyword research. I've written content. It is now time for publication. All right? So how do you form the title? It's very simple. So for me to use Shoreline Community College, If it will be awkward because there are lots and lots of such headings everywhere on the internet, right? Now, if this thing was something like Shoreline Community College Scholarship, what I'll just do is to say the title will be Shoreline Community College Scholarship 2020, right? Or apply for Shoreline Community College Scholarships, okay? Or I'll say something like $1,000 worth. I would just go and check the worth. $1,000 worth of Shoreline Community, blah, blah, blah. But this is about a school. It's not about a scholarship. So what am I going to do? Of course, the focus keyword I'm going to use, which is what this article is all about, is Shoreline Community College, right? So you will note first and foremost that even as you're trying to formulate your title, remember that your focus keyword must be in your title. It has to be in your title. It has to be in your title, all right? So I'll say something like Shoreline Community College. That is a constant variable. It's not going to change. So I'll look at the subheadings and know what I have there. I have Canvas, okay? I have tuition as a subtopic. I have Canvas as first subtopic, tuition as another one. Then how to apply. All right, so those two now are enough for me. So what I'll do is I'll say Shoreline Community College Canvas and tuition. I could do something like Shoreline Community College Canvas and tuition. That's enough. I could also do something like Shoreline Community College Canvas, comma, tuition and others. Does that make any sense?
Yeah.
All right. So the thing I'm trying to achieve is to get a good title that will not be something generic from the something that is already existing, like a lot of things, something that is too common. If you just say Shoreline Community College, it is everywhere on the internet, right? If you just type that in now, you see it everywhere. It's just so many. So I want to get something that is a bit different, okay? So I will pick some of the subheadings. Now, I am doing this thing because I am writing about an institution, okay? If it's a scholarship, it's a different thing entirely, okay? I'll pick Canvas, I'll pick tuition. And if there's any other thing I like, okay? But instead of your title to be too long, as in, I will go through this content now. Let's say it has 10 subheadings. I'll just be picking, pick up to 10 different words and form a headline. That is too long. That is too long, and that is not good enough. So in this case now, I will do, can you still see my screen?
Yes.
All right, so in this case now, this is the title. I'm going to do Shoreline Community College Canvas and tuition, right? Do you know how I came about this? Does anybody know?
One of the headings.
Yes, I took from some of the headings.
Okay.
Okay. All right, so we've been able to get a title. This title now, I can start to even put in 2020. I don't want to. Okay? I don't want to do that. So the next thing to do is to go and get the body of the post. Body of the post, the way you've typed it, right? So I'll just do Control A, Control C, copy it. I'll come to this place and paste it. Then I'll go through it for typographical errors, okay? Then if it's the day I have a lot of time, I usually read the content. And that is why if you go through some of the contents on that website, you see that I made some corrections from what you wrote. All right. So I will copy it and paste it here. Remember that I removed the first line because the first line is the heading, right? And please do not use capital letters for your title. That is the post title. I don't know if you can see my screen. You will see what I did. I copied Shoreline Community College Canvas where it is typed in small letter and used it as the title of the post and added tuition. Okay. But if you look at if you look at the body of the post now, you will see that the first paragraph now is obviously, will I say, lumpy, as in it doesn't have good spacing. So you start formatting. Okay, so and you will need to this warrants you sometimes reading the article to know where to bring that. All right. If you can see what I'm doing, just follow through, one thing at a time. All right. I don't want you guys to miss this, and I'm going to send you the video records of this class. So the first thing to do is to get your title, and to get your title, it depends on what you're writing on, but just make your title catchy and not too long. Then one next thing that I want you to know, look at this permanent link. Can you see permanent link?
Yes.
When you're making posts, once you put the title and put the body, the system will create a permanent link. Okay. Now, I want to tell you this in case your title is too long, in case your title is too long, because what the WordPress website is using to create a permanent link is your title. Okay. So if your title is too long, please click on this edit permanent link and put only your focus keyword there, or shorten it, just only your focus keyword. If your title is too long, if it's too long, like Shoreline Community College Canvas Tuition Program Courses, blah, 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 that would be very long. So I could just, even if I do that, I could just come under permanent link and edit it to read only Shoreline Community College Canvas. Then click OK. That's that for title. Okay? We are trying to ensure that Google understands what we're doing. Okay? Then once you're done with title, the next thing is to start formatting. And I said in formatting, you make sure, and of course, you can achieve this when you're writing. Okay, when you're writing, just know, like, look at it from the angle that somebody is reading it. If a text is too long, if a paragraph of a text is too long without another paragraph, it's very difficult to read. Okay, does that make sense? So formatting here means actually doing good paragraphing. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Can you hear me, Samson?
Yes, sir.
And paragraphing here is not like the formal kind of paragraphing in English language. You just enter or just press enter. That's enough. Okay? Just spacing. So if you look at what I've done with the first formal paragraph, you see that I've been able to split it into 3. Isn't that true?
Yeah.
All right. So it all depends. I can even afford to do more. All right. So that way it is easier for the reader to understand it, or for the reader to follow through without bouncing out. All right. So as you're doing formatting, of course includes both the paragraphing and typo errors. Typo errors. Okay. Typo errors. Typo errors. All right. So once you're done with your formatting, which includes paragraphing and typo errors, once you're done with paragraphing, the next thing to do is to put your headers. Okay? So your title is by default header 1. header 1, and you don't have to do anything about it. Your title is by default header 1. Then all those subtopics you've written that are of the same rank, of the same kind of, discussion value are header 2. For instance, now, Shoreline Community College Canvas is header 2. Shoreline Community College Tuition, okay, is header 2. Shoreline Community College Courses is header 2 also. However, if you now start listing those courses like medicine or whatever, that is if you ever have anything to do with that, anything under header 2 is header 3. Any subtopic of a subtopic under that header 3 is header 4. Okay, does that make sense? Header 1 is the title. The is the title. So that one is by default. You do not change it. You can't even change it. You can't do anything about it. So that's that. Then other subheadings inside your post that are of equal value, header 2, all through. Okay? So we'll just do that now. So if you look at this now, look at this. This is a subheading, right? Shoreline Community College Canvas. Okay? Samson, can you still see my screen?
Yes.
All right. So once you want to change anything to header, you highlight it. You highlight it. Then if you look at my cursor, you see I'm pointed to one thing that looks like paragraph. Paragraph. So if you click on that paragraph, there will be a drop down of headers. You see header 1, header 2, header 3. And we said that this is header 2. All right. So this is now we increase. Did you see that?
Yes.
Have you now seen why it is not good to capitalize all your headers, because it will become awkward, right? So we're looking at user experience in the long run. So if you capitalize your headings, it will become awkward, very, very awkward. Okay. So I am done with Shoreline Community College Canvas. So I will keep going down to know if there is any subtopic that is under this header 2. Is there anything that is under header 2 that can be construed as a subtopic, as a sub of this subtopic? Is there any? So I'll keep going. I'll keep going. I did not say anything like that. So I'll move on to the next one, which is Shoreline Community College Tuition. So what do you think I should make this? What header do you think I should make it? Linda, what header is this? I can't hear you.
Header 2 is.
Do you agree with her, Samson?
Yes.
Why, sir?
Sir, because it's also among almost the same rank or.
Thank you very much. It is in the same region. It's in the same SUG president. When you go for meeting, anyway, A-class SUG president. That was just second class SUG president. So in the same vein, there are A-list subtopics. Those A-list subtopics are considered header 2. It doesn't matter where they appear. You understand? Now look at this now. I've highlighted it and I said for you to make it a header, you just click on this paragraph. There will be a drop down. Then you select header 2. Then we'll move on. So the next thing is there anything under Shoreline Community College Tuition that is deserving of header 3? There is none. Because the next header you can see is Shoreline Community College Jobs.
Yeah.
Shoreline Community College Jobs. And jobs is something worth discussing as much as tuition is. All right?
Yeah.
So I am going to make it header 2. Okay? All right?
Yes.
All right, so look at this now. Requirements for application into Shoreline Community College. Well, I have not done any keyword research with this, but I know that this is not this is not something that people are searching for. I know that this is because I taught you guys when you are writing content. This is right. It's right. I taught you that when you're writing content, apart from the things that people are already searching for, there's also a need to include things that are necessary. So I want to believe that this was included because it is necessary, right?
Yes.
So I am going to make it header 2. Okay?
Yeah.
But I'm going to change something about it. Remember that we have been mentioning Shoreline Community College, Shoreline Community College.
Yes.
This header 2 now is not what people are searching for. So I am going to remove Shoreline Community College in this header. Do you know why? Because it is not good to have all your headers mentioning your focus keyword. It is called keyword stuffing. Keyword stuffing. Do you understand now?
Yes, sir.
The point I'm making is that if you look at all the headers we have been putting, all those headers have Shoreline Community College, right?
College.
And that thing is what we have in mind to use as our focus keyword. And it's been mentioned in all our headings, Now that we have seen a heading that is not necessarily what people are searching for, but a necessity, we are going to remove that Shoreline Community College to reduce the number of headings that have that name. So that all your headings will not have your focus keyword. All your headings should not have your focus keyword. So if your focus keyword is Samson Urban, all your headings should not have it. There should be at least 1 or 2 that are not containing that focus keyword. So I'm going to write it and say requirements for application into. But remember that I'm changing this thing only because people are now searching for it.
Yes.
I want you guys to understand this difference. I am only changing this thing, this header now. I'm only rewriting it simply because it is not a data that we copied from Ahrefs. So nobody is actually searching with. People will be searching for requirements for that, but it's not using the same terms, the same characters, the same words. Okay? It's not the same query. So because this thing was included here as a necessity, and I'm using it as a header, I am going to change it to requirements for application into, I could do something like Shoreline Community College, Abby? So I could do something like SCC. Does that make sense?
Yes.
You could also remove it and do something like requirements for application into the college. Into the college of Shoreline. Samson, did you see that?
Yes, I did.
Okay. So I have said the same thing, but not in that exact same word. Because the essence of copying subtitles from Ahrefs is that is exactly what people are entering into search engines to search. All right. So I am done with that. I will move on to the next header. The next header is Shoreline High School Competition Program. I want to believe that this is what people are is a data from Ahrefs. So that's that. Then I'll go down. Is there anyone? Okay. How to apply? How to apply? How to apply? Now there's something I want you guys to know here. Linda, look at this content now. You wrote requirements for application into the College of Shoreline. Okay. Now you've gone down to write how to apply. Okay. Should it not follow that this Shoreline High School completion program should have come before this requirement? so that the requirement and how to apply will be at the same, like will be close to each other. Does that make sense? So,
Yes.
so what I'm going to do now is to copy out this Shoreline High School Completion Program section. I'll copy it out. I'll cut it. So I'll cut it. So if you look at this now, I'll come here and I will paste it. All right. So it follows now that Shoreline, after the Shoreline High School something, you see requirements for application. All right. Requirements for application. Then you will see how to apply. Does that make sense? How to apply. Now, if I were the one that wrote this content, I will know which of these two things are actually data from Ahrefs, like this requirement for application and how to apply for Shoreline Community College. I will know which one is from Ahrefs. And if I know which one is from Ahrefs, I will leave that particular one and turn the other one. Does that make sense? Because I edited this requirement for simply because I felt that it was not a data from Ahrefs. All right. So what are we going to do this now? This header now. How to apply could become header 3. Isn't that right? Yeah. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
Okay, but if I were the one that wrote the content, and this how to apply for is a query that people are searching for, do you know what I will do? I will make this how to apply for header 2 and copy this requirement and make it header 3. In fact, that is what I will do now. See, watch this. Well, how to apply and requirements for application, in your opinion, which one comes first?
How to apply.
First.
You said?
Requirements should come first because you need to know the requirements. After knowing the requirements, then you know if you can apply for it.
Well, Samson, do you think so?
No, I think how to apply should come first. Then under it, you can have requirements.
Anyone you will do is fine. Anyone you do is fine. And this is the beauty of engagement. Do you understand? We now have varying opinions, okay? You can decide to make both of them header 2. Heavens will not fall. You can decide to put one under each other. Heavens will not also fall. But if I were the person that wrote the content, that one that is a search query, that is the one that people are searching for, is the one I will make header 2. And I will now take the other one that is just a necessity. I'll make it header 3.
Sure. Yeah.
Does that make sense? That is wherever I have conflict of rank, like how to apply and requirement, which ones to come first. Wherever I have such conflict of rank. So in that case now, I'll reverse to what I had earlier. All right, so what we are doing is headers. Shoreline Scholarship. Shoreline Scholarship. This is purely header 2, right?
Yes.
Unarguably. Shoreline Scholarships. Look at this. Shoreline Community Calendar. Shoreline Community College Calendar. Is it distinct from scholarship?
Yes, it is.
So we're doing header 2. All right. So where is Shoreline Community College? So that's the end of our content. Okay. So we've been able to do title. We've been able to do formatting, which includes paragraphing and checking for typographical errors. And I'm repeating this because of Samson. I don't know. You type too fast. Your system, they give you too much joy. They type.
No, Chief is no longer like that.
and when you type like that, you don't even check. Sometimes most of your content, you just have like after certificates, you now give space before you put full stop. So my man, once you paste it here, you will see all of them will be highlighted. Every typo error will be highlighted. You'll be able to fix them. All right. So title, formatting, okay. Then setting up your headers, okay. Then the next thing, which is peculiar to Linda, is that she leaves her links bare, open. For instance, if you go through the right of now, you need to see something like students can log into HTTPS, the website address, Abi?
Yes.
Yes, we are not supposed to leave that unless it's an email address. Even with email, you can still hyperlink email. So I will put all those links into tests. And that brings us to the next thing that you're supposed to do. Is called interlinking. All right. So when you're doing something link, you do all of them together. Interlinking, that is linking to at least one other content on the website or a category, one other content or a category, or two, depending on whatever the spirit is telling you to do. All right. So I will start. There's something I want you guys to catch. It was something I taught in the class that we had. How to make sure that your links that are going out should be no follow. Links that are going out of this website should be no follow. No follow. And I'm going to show you how to do it. All right. So Linda had earlier said students can log in, then link. Okay. So I can just say something like students can log in. Log in on or via, that thing is Shoreline Community College website, comma, input a correct username and password to proceed. Now look at what I've done. Students can log in their SCC website. Do you know what I'll do now? I will highlight SCC website and use it to do my hyperlink. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. Remember that I copied the link to that website where you pasted it before, Abi? So I have now added something like a test. That test is what is called anchor test. Anchor test. All right. So I am using this thing as anchor test because it is relevant to the link. Remember that we said that your anchor test should at least be relevant to the link itself. So I'm going to highlight SCC website. Then look at how to put a link. Some of you already know. Linda, you should know this. This is how to put a link. So once you click on this icon, this link icon, you don't have, once you click on this link icon, it will bring out a place where you're supposed to paste the link. But you don't have to paste the link here so that you don't have double work to do. You can just click on this icon that looks like a settings icon. So you click on the icon, you will see where to paste the link. You paste the link. Please, if there is a comma or full stop at the end of the link, please remove it. Let it just be a normal link, all right? Then, this is how to make your stuff no follow, okay? And this is the major reason why I said you should not paste the link after highlighting the text. don't go straight and paste the link. Come here so that you don't have to come back and do it. You can just do it at once. You paste the link under URL. The link text is already what you highlighted, so you don't have to do anything about it. So you have to check only 2 boxes, only 2, only the first 2. Please do not tick this sponsored. Do not tick this sponsored. Okay?
Yes.
So we're going to check only open link in new tab. Add no follow to link. What this does is that if anybody clicks on that link, it doesn't need to close our page because this link is going outside the website, right? It's going outside the website. So if you don't check this open link in new, what it will mean is that your bounce rate will go up because anybody who clicks on that link will just leave your website. And that is very scary, right? So please, there's a need to check this open link in a new tab and also check this no follow. The second one is the no follow. Then leave the last one. Remember that the no follow is only for link going outside though.
Yes.
That is the external link. We have internal links and external links. Internal links and external links. Links that are going outside the website, like this Shoreline Community College something now, is going outside our website. So we're going to put no follow. Google should not follow it. Google should not pass authority. Don't take our authority and dash them. No. Okay? So had it been that this link now is going to another post on our website, we will not put this, what do you call it? No follow. The only thing we can check at best, is to check this open in new tab. Why? Because it will help people to open multiple tabs on your website, and that increases the duration of sections. Samson, is this clear enough?
Sorry, can you go back again?
All right.
I didn't get the point when you said.
As a recap,
yeah,
I said you don't leave links open in your tests. So you will add an anchor text, highlight it, okay? Then click on the settings button. Then you paste the link. Oh my God.
I got up to that point too.
All right, sorry. This thing I was doing left. So look at this now. You paste the link here and be sure that the link is what it is. If you look at that link I pasted now, it has a full stop at the end.
Yes.
Do you know that full stop has distorted it? It's no longer a link.
Okay.
With that full stop now or comma at the back of it is not a link. So I'll remove it. All right. This is just the link .com, .net, .anything. Okay. So after putting that link, I said that if that link is another website link, that we're going to check 2 boxes, 2 tabs. The first one is open link in a new tab. The second one is add no follow. Do you understand it now? You still don't get it?
I do.
So I said that if that link that we've pasted inside this place is a link to another post or category on our website, that we only need to check the first box, which is to open in another tab, that we don't need to add no follow because it is our link. Is that clear?
Yes.
So if it is an external link that is going somewhere, check the first 2 boxes. If it is our own internal link, check only the first box. Simple. That's all. That's all, right?
Yeah.
So once you check those 2 boxes, you click on add link. All right. So that is it. Then I will look for another place that Linda has link. I will look for another place where she has link. Look at this. This is a link to a website. So I'll cut it. So I could, if you look at what she has here, you will see for more information on these positions, visit. So I could now do something like, for more information on this, click here. All right?
Yeah.
Is that clear? So
Yeah.
I will highlight the click here. Okay. I could also change it to something like, look at this at the beginning. I say something like, click here for more information on these positions, full stop, right? So I will highlight this. Can you see that? All right. Then I'm going to go and do exactly what I had done before. So I will paste the link and be sure that it's actually a link. All right. Then I will check. Sometimes you will see that once you paste the link, in fact, the first this thing is already checked. All right. So I will just go ahead and check the second one. But please do not check the third one. It will seem as if we are selling links.
Yes.
So I will go and add it. Simple. I will look for another one. Look at this. Look at this. Official websites, right?
Yes.
So school official. You said?
I said, yeah, so you could use that website.
Yes, the school official website is more than sweet, all right? So I'll just add the link. Simple. Simple. So I'll check the second one because the first one is already checked. So I'll add the link. I'll check if there's anyone else. Do you know that as you're writing, you can add this link? You know you can do it on WordPress, on whatever you're using to write. Sure you know. So okay, don't worry, let me not confuse you. Just follow what I'm saying now. You will get better over time. If I'm the one doing it now, if I'm the one publishing this content, of course, 3 to 4 minutes is enough for me to do all these things. And I'm done. I'll publish it. So, is there any other link? Yes, there is. Okay. But look at this now. It says Shoreline Community College maintains enrollment policy for students. It maintains enrollment policy for students who are high school graduates. Applications can be made by filling the online forms available in the school website. Remember that I had earlier put the school website, right?
Yes.
So I can decide to discard this one. Okay, I can decide to just remove this one. All right. I can also put it though if I want to. It's not wrong, but I'm just saying that I've used that link before. So I can decide to put it as long as I put a no follow. So that is not an issue. All right. So most times I usually leave mails the way it is because it is something that people need to copy, right? It is something that people need to copy. But what I do is that I remove it as a link. What Linda did now, this thing now is a mail, is an email that people can send email to, right? Isn't that right?
Yeah.
But Linda has added it as a link. So look at this. Can you see this button? Remove link. Remove link, right? Can you see it, Samson?
Yes.
So if I click on it now, that is no longer a link, right?
Yes.
Even if there's a possibility that if I publish it, it could become a link, but at least now it is no longer a link. So if it is about emails, of course, there's no point in hiding email in a particular. You copy a text and hide email. How are they going to see it? Does it make sense?
No.
If it's a link of a website or a link of anything that people are supposed to download or anything, you will use a hypertext with an anchor text, right? But if it is an email, just type the email. Just type the email without adding it as a link. Just type the email, that's all. So look at this now. I will also remove this as link. Okay. It's just mere normal email that people are supposed to copy. All right, so there is no other link. Okay? There is no other link. Now, the second to the last thing to do is to go and put our meta description. Meta description, right? Remember that before we do that, we'll put our focus keyword. Sure? Yeah. You can only see it when you go down. If you go down after the post, you will see the SEO area. All right? Can you see this? Use SEO premium. Sure?
Yeah.
So I will paste the focus keyword. This is the focus keyword I've always had in mind, all right? Even before I started writing the article, this is what we used to write the article. Okay? Yeah. So the next thing, which is the second to the last thing to do, is to put your meta description. All right? And meta description is just a summary of what you've written. It could even come from your text. But remember that your focus keyword must appear in your title. It must appear in your meta description. It must also appear in your first paragraph. Do you understand? Yes. And any other place. These three places are like must, okay? The other places, wherever you can, okay? And it doesn't need to be so many. Once you put in these three places now, can you hear me?
Yes.
Once you put in these three places, any other 2 or 3 places inside the post is enough, depending on the length of the post, all right? So I said focus keyword has to be in the header, that is in the heading, first the title of the post, then first paragraph, and the person who has done this work now has made it easy. Can you see that the focus keyword appears in so many places, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So how do we integrate a meta description? So what are we going to use as meta description? I could just say something like, Shoreline Community College is the best community college, maybe somewhere in California or whatever. If I'm the person that wrote this content now, and I need the meta description, I could also copy something like, okay, look at this. Look at this. Look at this. The community college ranks as number 5 in community colleges in Washington and offers more than 100 professional, technical, and workforce training degrees and certificates. All right? Did you see that? That is catchy. I can decide to use it as my meta description. But before I do that, I just saw something. I noticed that we have not put any internal link. That is a link going to another post. All right? So how do you do that? You just go through the link, sorry, the post. I can just put it almost anywhere. Look at this community college. I can just use this community college. Can you see this community college? Okay. I can also decide to look for where a country is mentioned. Let's say US, United States of America is mentioned somewhere here. What I will go and do is to go and copy. There's a category on my website that shows US scholarship. So I just go and copy the link and use it. And remember I said for internal links, we use do follow. You don't put no follow. So look at this community college, right? Yeah. So I'll just click on this insert link, right? Now, one good thing about this place now is that you can type something to get link. Look at this. I just typed com, that is like community. So bring out all my posts with that particular thing I've typed, all right? If it's something like USA, it will bring out all posts with USA, okay? So I can just select one. All right. But in this case, my anchor test, what I highlighted is community college, right? So I'm going to look for a community college post on my website. So I'll just type com, which is community. So you will see, look at Bunker Hill Community College, right? Edmond Community College. So I will use Edmond or anyone. So I will apply it. Okay? And I can decide to remember that if you're using this option and you want to go and put that open link in new tab, you have to apply it first, apply the link first before you can now go and put it. But using the other option I taught you, go straight to the point. There's no point. So look at this. That place I wanted to copy meta description. Okay, that the community college ranks as number 5 in community colleges in Washington and offers more than 100 professional whatever. Now look at this. I've copied this now. Remember that your meta description is something you can just type. You can just use your head and type it. It doesn't need to be something inside your content. It's not a must. Okay? You can also use something, you can also use a line inside your content if it catches your fancy, all right? What is very important is that your focus keyword is inside that meta description. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So focus keyword is Shoreline Community College, right? So after focus keyword, the next thing is this meta description, which is you click on edit snippet. Edit snippet, you'll see where to paste it. Meta description. Meta description. So I will paste it. All right. But remember that it's not complete yet because there's no focus keyword inside. So I'm just trying to arrange it. So I'll put something like Shoreline Community College ranks okay. So I'll remove this #5. I'll type it. So this thing I'm doing now should tell you that as long as your focus keyword is inside your meta description, that you can actually edit it and speak your own grammar, whatever you want to speak. Does that make sense? So I'm now saying that Shoreline Community College ranks number 5th. Okay. Shoreline Community College ranks as 5th community colleges in Washington. I think you can tinker that. You can tinker it. Tinker it. Remember that we are constrained. Why I'm doing this thing is that there's a number of characters you should type here. So as I'm typing now, if you look at that yellow line, as I'm typing, it's increasing, right? It's increasing. So there's a number of characters that we should put there. So I'm trying to tinker it. Once it's green, it's fine, of course. So Shoreline Community College ranks, okay, can just leave the 5th as one of the best community colleges in Washington and offers more than 100 professional degree certs. Learn, I want you to notice something I'm doing now. Learn more in this post. Learn more about SCC in this post. So look at what I've done. I said Shoreline Community College ranks as one of the best community colleges in Washington. Okay, look at, I can even go ahead to tinker it more and say, I'm the one doing this, so you're free to do your own with over 100 degrees SAT. Should they be SATs or program?
Program.
Yes. So look at the Shoreline Community College ranks as one of the best community colleges in Washington with over 100 degree programs. Learn more about SCC in this post. Now, I want people to know that one of the most important things this thing I've done now, okay? I could have said something like, in this post, I will reveal a lot more about SCC. Do you understand?
Yes.
What this thing does is that if you go and search for something on Google now, this thing we put here, this meta description, is those short things that you used to see on Google. If you search for something on Google, those small paragraph that will explain a little about that thing and now convince you to click, that is what is called meta description. Does that make sense? And if your meta description is not inviting enough, people will not be clicking, they will be passing it. Okay? So if I just wake up and I want to make post and I just copy any part of my post and paste it there, of course, Google will not reject it, but those who are going to see it will not be enticed to come to click on it because you're not the only one that is ranking for that keyword, right? Once somebody searches for Buhari, so many people are ranking for it. It is the one that is giving you what you want that you click on, right? So what I've been able to do is to try to see how I can increase click-through rate through curiosity. Okay, so I've said that Shoreline Community College ranks as one of the best community colleges in Washington with over 100 degree programs. So they now want to know the degree programs, right? And I'm not saying that you will learn more about the college in this post. All right? All right, I think the last thing to do now is to just upload image. That's the last thing to do. The very last thing. And for you to upload image, just get image from Google, relevant image from Google. If you type whatever you're writing on Google, you will see images. Apart from all, you will see images. You right click and save the one anyone that interests you. All right? But there's something I want to show you. There's something I want to show you. Inside, that is when you're uploading the image, there's something I want you to know. All right, so look at this place. Can you see it? Set featured image. Can you see it?
Where are you?
Look at my cursor.
Okay.
At the footer side, you see set featured image, right?
Yes.
So I'll just click on it. You will see upload files. Then you select the file you want to upload. Shoreline, right? It will upload. Sometimes you may want to upload image and they will reject it. That's if the format of that image is bad. All right. So you just have to download another one. And sometimes you may upload image. So like look at this image we've just uploaded now. It has just 12 kilobytes. 12 kilobytes. So if you upload image that is 1 megabyte, you could remove or it just click on this edit button. Okay. If you upload any image and you notice that it's too big, okay, the size is too big, just click like from 200 kilobytes. If the size is more than 50 kilobytes, just click on this edit image. Can you see what I did now?
Yes.
Edit image. Look at this place. Look at this place. This scale image. Can you see scale image?
Yes.
Scale image. So under this, the last box, not the first box. So under the last column, the second one, you just type something like 250 or 200. All right. That is if the image is big. Just type 250 there. Don't worry about the first one. As you're typing in the second one, the first one is reflecting. Does that make sense? So just type 250 in the second one and click on scale. It will reduce the size immediately and drastically. But I'm not doing that now because the image is not very big. Now, this is the most important thing in uploading images. If you upload image and you don't do this one, the image is just for decoration. There's something called alternative tests. Alternative tests. I think I've taught this in one of our classes. Alternative tests. This is what people see when they search for something and the image is not coming up. And this is also what Google uses to understand what is your image about. So what do you put here? Just your focus keyword. Simple. Your focus keyword. That's all. So you click on set featured image. All right. So this thing is telling me now that there's SEO issues, that the image should be larger than 200 by 200 kiniko. But I'm tired this night, so I'll leave this one to pass. All right. So look at categories. I did not select categories, please. Before you publish, select categories. Now, which category is homepage? Homepage is named latest scholarship. Latest scholarship. But of course, homepage is not the first thing I'm going to select. I'm going to ask myself, which country is this thing relevant to? Which country is it relevant to? That is United States, right? Look at this.
Yes.
I'll select United States. So is this thing talking about undergraduate, postgraduate, or PhD?
Undergraduate.
Huh?
Undergraduate.
So I'll select undergraduate. Where is undergraduate? Can you see this? Undergraduate.
Yes.
Then the last thing I will select is, I don't even need to select anything else. I'll just publish. If I want, I'll select latest scholarship so that it will take it to homepage, right?
Yes.
But from tomorrow, you won't be selecting countries. What you just select is whether you're selecting undergraduate, master's, or PhD, because tomorrow I'm going to convert these categories to tags tomorrow. So you may not even see it. So, but what you have to ask yourself is, this post I'm making now, is it about undergraduates or postgraduates? So after selecting it, you may want to, in fact, just select, that's all. You may decide to select latest scholarship if you want to, but there's really no point. Let's leave this latest scholarship and publish and know whether it's going to appear on homepage, right? So what was selected is undergraduate and USA scholarship, Abi?
Yes.
One last thing, please. Look at this top place now. This is the last of the last. Just, can you see Wonder push notification?
Yes.
Wonder push notification. If you don't remove this thing, once you publish it, will send a broadcast to people, and I don't want it. I want to determine which broadcast is sent. Does that make sense? Yes. So before you publish a post, just come here and remove the check-in. Yeah.
So what of tags? We didn't use tags because some blogs, when I see them, they use tags. Is that not necessary?
Well, I will tell you how I use my tags. That is why I want to, but that will not be tomorrow. Just go ahead without the tags for now. I want you guys to master this one first before we talk about tags. And when you mean tags, you mean like, look at this place. Can you see tags?
Yes, that's what I mean.
So they copy it and paste here, Abi?
Yes.
That is not how I use my tags. So, but don't worry, just do your own this thing now. All these categories here, I'm going to convert them to tags tomorrow, and I will show you how I use them later on, maybe tomorrow or so. But for now, just digest these ones. These ones are enough. Now look at this place. Before I publish, can anybody see something? SEO.
Good.
Yes.
Is green, right?
Yes.
So I will shoot. That's all. I'll shoot it. All right, so we're published, we're live now. So I will go to, remember that we did not tag latest scholarship. So let's see if it will appear on homepage. Vola is on homepage. So you don't need to tag latest scholarship. Just ask yourself, is this thing undergraduate or postgraduate, that is, or master's or PhD? Some scholarships can be for the 3, so you can tag the 3. Do you understand? Like under categories. So you ask yourself, this post I'm making, is it relevant to undergraduate people or postgraduates? So if it's postgraduate, you check whether it's master's or PhD. You select it. Then if it's something about internships, remember that there are categories here that are for internships. All right. So you just or if it's something about online courses, like some of the, I don't know who I gave those topics to. There's this something like online computer courses with certificates, something like that. So if you're writing on something like that now, look at this category, online courses. Sure? So you tag it under online courses because that is the most appropriate thing to do. So that's all. I'll send you a recording of this